Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a big pleasure to welcome you to our Educate Online event. It's super hard to launch things sometimes as we're running the event from different places all over the world, and we face some technical difficulties, but right now it's all good. All good. I invite, yeah, so hi everyone. Thank you so much for your patience and for being here right now. And just a couple of minutes, we will upload the presentation and it will be all good here. So my name is Alexander Zheltov. I'm the CEO and founder of Educate Online. And today we're supposed to do this meeting with our CEO in India, Amit, but due to the technical difficulties, it'll be just myself performing for you today. And it'll be a lot of fun. And yes, we'll try to finish on time. Thank you so much for your understanding. I just recently arrived from my trip to New Delhi, and it's been super exciting because we met a lot of the families offline as well. Um, and now we will share some findings with you. If you visited us last Saturday in person, that's super awesome, super grateful for that. And if you didn't, today will be a good introduction. So, all right, one second. Let's um, see the presentation and we're going to get going. Okay. Before we get going, it'd be great if we could get some introductions from you going. I see that there are some people who are aged 16, 15, 16. Awesome. If you can tell about your current location and your age, maybe some of your goals in terms of education abroad, that would be super awesome. And thank you so much for doing that. This way we can actually introduce each other. I'll make my introduction very soon as well. So, and this introduction will get to know each other really well. And then we're going to get going. I think because of a bit of a late start, we'll aim to do the whole event from now onwards. We'll do it for an hour, and yeah, so we won't be wasting any time today. All right, one second. This is not the one. Okay. Yeah, I see some of you are writing comments at this moment. That's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. So one of the things that we are going to discuss today is how you, or as a student, or your child can excel in the current student environment, in the current global environment. What are the opportunities that are presenting themselves to students now, and how can we as Educate Online help you achieve the best possible results as well? So we'll discuss all of these things in detail. So Ruchika is saying here, she has a daughter named Nanika. If I'm mispronouncing the names, I'm sorry for that. She's 16. You live in New Delhi. Wow, New Delhi is a wonderful place to live in. Awesome. Daughter is 15. Kishlai says, we'll start grade 11, wants to do business, studies in fashion, US, Canada, and Europe. All right, we can definitely help with that. That's for sure. Thank you. New Delhi as well. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I know that there is a really good um, amount of students in New Delhi, but also in other regions. It'd be great to know if somebody is outside of New Delhi today as well. Awesome. Okay. See a lot of you typing. Thank you so much for doing that. All right. You're not from New Delhi, says. All right. Neetu says, my daughter Arshia is in ninth grade at present. Awesome. Awesome. Manat says, I'm 15. I want to study abroad in Germany and the UK. I actually studied in both Germany and the UK. I can share some experience about that for sure. Awesome. She wants to study literature. Awesome. That's a great course to go for. I totally agree. Right. I think our presentation should be live in just 1 minute, and then we can actually get going. That's awesome. So Son is studying, Asher says, in 10th. He wants to go abroad for studies to UK. Sukneet says wants to study in Germany or Canada. Okay, these are both great options. Totally agree. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for all the answers and the engagement. Thank you. Venus says, my son is studying IB in New Delhi. I want to know about future opportunities of studying abroad in good university. Please guide. Sure. That'd be great. Yeah, and we'll guide you through university options as well. Pancash is 46, wants to pursue pharmacy technician or medical technician. Awesome. Sukneet, want to go for psychology currently in 12th. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Still converting. Give us just a moment or two, and we're gonna get going. And we have really, really amazing presentation for you today. So thank you so much for your patience. Appreciated that a lot. So okay. And here it is. Awesome. So one sec. Can I move myself a bit? Okay. If you can see the presentation right now, and if you can see me, please put a plus sign in the chat, just to indicate that you can see me and you can see the presentation as well, just to make sure that we are on the same page. As promised, we'll make the most out of this opportunity, and we won't run this event further than an hour from now. So just thank you so much for all the plus signs. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so, so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so we've gotten to know your goals a bit right now, and today we'll have four main points that we'd like to discuss. One of the things is that learning factors that make a child more competitive. So, what are these? We'll get through that, and now the modern future education is more than just exam preparation. It's the whole system that it helps to nurture a child and to nurture the range of qualities in this highly competitive world, especially in the 21st century. So, to get into college, to get into university, how to build a successful career. We'll also talk about what is it like to study in a foreign school? What is it like to study remotely? We'll talk about how to get a dual degree. How can you graduate from both the system that you're currently in and maybe the international system if you're not doing the IB currently, for example. But even if you are doing the IB or any other international program at this moment, we'll get to know the acceptance rates. We'll get to know what the leading universities are actually looking at in the US and Canada. And of course, we'll take a look at price comparisons and understand what the costs and benefits are of the programs. Just to give myself a quick introduction. So my name is Alexander Zeltov. I'm the founder and global CEO of Educate Online. We have an international company where we serve students from over 25 countries. My overall journey started in Moscow, where I was born. But at the age of 10, I went to study to the UK, to Germany, to the United States. Then I graduated from Cass Business School in London with a management degree. It's now called Bayes Business School. I have more than 10 years of experience studying abroad, and then 10 years of experience counseling students and actually building international companies that are helping, like Educate Online, helping the students to get into the top universities as the next step. So here you can see some part of our India team, and we take India really, really seriously in terms of our one of our key markets, and we just love to contribute to students there. When I was studying in the UK, I met a lot of guys and a lot of wonderful ladies from India who are really, really hardworking, and that's why we understood we would like for a lot of students to excel that are coming from India. So our company was founded in the US at first, and now we have partnerships with leading schools in the US, Canada, and the UK. And currently, we have served more than 2,000 students since 2018. So the fact that you are here, I think, gives you a lot of advantages because there is a lot of experience on our plate here. There is a lot of media attention that we've been getting lately because these programs are usually exclusive. At the same time, the main thing that we value is the contribution that we are making to students in India and beyond. Our team is really global, and you can see faces of European guys, Eastern European guys, Indian guys on this wonderful picture. And I believe that when we work across different cultures and countries, it provides us a great opportunity in terms of actually learning from each other and creating the best possible experience. And as I've mentioned previously in my introduction, when we're loading the presentation, we actually have piloted the first event in New Delhi, our city, on the 14th of May, last Saturday. It's been super awesome, and we will continue to do these events. And now we will provide to everybody who has a question, an inquiry, or would like to do something, we'll provide free Zoom consultations as well, one on one, so our counselor and your family as well. So if you'd like that, you will have an opportunity to sign up for that during this event as well. The main thing why we do what we do at Educate Online is because we believe that the highest quality of education is not a privilege, it's a right for every student. So that's why we work really, really hard day and night across 25 countries to provide the quality of education that will be the highest anywhere in the world. And if you like this, please put a plus sign in the chat or a fire emoji if you agree with our mission. So now we're going to get into your goals, and it'd be really interesting to know, what is your goal? What do you actually want to achieve as a result? So one of the goals can be to actually find an international education alternative. So you want to switch your current system to the international one. Second thing can be to have actually high academic performance in class and during exams. Maybe you want to study something that will prepare you as the student or your kids for the 21st century, like cybersecurity, AI, IT, etc. Maybe you want to find a school that will actually develop your child's strengths, personality, and talents. Maybe you'd like to get into US, UK, or Canadian universities or colleges. Or maybe you'd like to actually immigrate from India to live in another country to have a high paying profession. So these are the things that we kind of see as the main goals that students and parents have. But please share a number, or please share what do you think you should, or what do you think your kids should achieve? What would be great to achieve, so to say, at this day and age? And I'll continue. We don't want to waste time any further. What I'd like to reassure you of, and what this meeting will be about today, is that each of your goals can actually be achieved by studying abroad online, by studying abroad remotely. And if you want guaranteed entry to US Canadian universities, there is a great new pathway, which is to get international online K 12 schooling from US, UK, and Canada. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Also, before we jump into the particular matters, I'd like to understand what is the level of knowledge about online education abroad or education abroad in general. If you put one, you can say we know nothing at all. Also, you can say we've done a little research on high school. Also, you can say that you've been researching the information for a long time, and some of you may have tried high school abroad already. So please put the number there. I see some 2, 1 in terms of goals. Thank you so much for indicating what your goals are. And please put a comment in terms of the familiarity. What of distance education abroad for you? So we're going to have all these 6 topics today. At first, we're going to tell about future ready education. Then we're going to tell about the benefits, why choose distance education and schools abroad. Then we're going to discuss the student journey, the international school education, the admission to leading universities, as well as deadlines and tuition fees as well. The whole event from now on will be not more than an hour, and we will have Q&A. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them in the chat. I'll answer them, or one of our team, our counselors, will answer them for you in the chat. And we also have educate_online_India account on Insta, which I suggest you follow. It's the best way to actually thank us for what we do. So those of us that will be here until the end will have a great opportunity to receive a special gift. So it will be an opportunity to try education abroad, quickly and affordable opportunity. So if you're up for that, stay until the end, and we will provide all the details to you there. So let's not wait any longer, and let's get into the future ready education part. So what are the factors that can make your child or you as a student more competitive? One of the questions I'd love to ask here is how many actual hours a week does an average parent in India spend helping their children with homework? Just what is the amount of hours? What do you think is the reality at this moment? I remember when I was studying in my school in Russia, my parents have helped me a ton. But when I was studying in the UK, I remember that I did everything myself, and I was really, really responsible for whatever I was doing. That was kind of neat, so to say. So, what is the amount of hours? 5 hours. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the answers. 5 to 7. Okay. 1 to 1.5. Okay. 6. 1 to 2 hours. I mean, that's great. You're studying in great schools, or your kids are studying in great schools if it's just 1 or 2 hours. Because on average, we see that uh, the stats show that some students actually get help from parents 12 hours every single week. And imagine how much time and imagine how much effort goes from the parent side to actually help the kids get through education. So we understand that currently 95% of parents actually help the children with studies, and 50% participate in various school projects. And I think that this is sort of um, already a good starting point. It's good that you're involved, but at the same time, we do understand that in order to be successful in the current environment in the world, it's really super, super important to not only be involved in kids' education, but also to provide them the opportunity to do things by themselves. And this is what the overseas education system is more about. So now let's actually see, what do you value most in education? Maybe you value the quality of teachers. Maybe you value the admission rates to universities. Maybe you value kind of what is it that you value most in education? Because we will get to the 5 factors that can influence your child's education or your education as a student significantly. One of the things I've noticed in India, in Russia, in China, and many, many other countries is that a lot of the students are studying for exams, like grade 10 boards or grade 12 boards, for example. And the main question becomes, I did the A levels myself as well, and I was doing a lot to actually pass them really well, which I did, luckily, and I got admitted to the university. But I was thinking that now I'll do these exams, and my life will be all good for the rest of my life. But actually, it's not about exams only, because what's really important right now is to prepare the students for the future, not to prepare them for just the exams. So, one of the things that can make the students more competitive is the ability to be flexible in terms of formats of study. So some of the students can study offline, some students can combine offline and online, some students can actually choose the subjects that they really like, maybe something that is not available in the local curriculum, for example. It's also the variety of subjects. So being able to combine subjects from different fields. Some study the business track, some study the arts track, but it's actually not really like that anymore. So even if you study biology, it's really important to study IT. Because then, if you become a doctor, you'll be programming the robots who will perform the surgery, so to say. So we are now entering a very different kind of life in terms of that. Then there's project based learning, which means that not only studying the theory, but actually applying that theory in practice. This is something that makes the students really competitive when it comes to life, when it comes to university admission, as well as when it comes to high paying jobs as well. Previously, a lot of the students, as I've previously mentioned, have been studying STEM, so science, technology, engineering, and maths. But now there's another stream that is being added, which is science, technology, engineering, maths, and arts, because it's really important to be creative in the current environment to excel in the 21st century. Yeah, STEAM is the new norm, indeed. And Kishalaya says, good faculty, appropriate pedagogy, and career counseling. Thank you so much for detailing this out for us. So, and of course, personal development, empathy, and leadership. So, soft skills, the emotional intelligence when the students are actually applying to universities or applying to jobs is a big, big thing, so to say. So 85% of job success comes from having well-developed soft and people skills. So this is one of the super important things for all the students and the parents, so to say. So now let me describe you the main advantages of distance education in schools abroad. We understand that even Benjamin Franklin told us a long time ago that an investment in education actually gives the best returns. And today, you probably know about private offline schools in India, and you know about offline education abroad. Today, we are going to dive into two new formats. One of the formats is being distance education abroad. There is a wide variety of subjects. For example, with Educate Online, you can study more than 200 subjects that you can choose. There is qualified teachers from all over the globe who have BA, BSc, MS, or PhD certifications. There is an affordable price, and sometimes it's 10 times more cost effective. Sometimes it's 30 times more cost effective actually to study abroad remotely. There's flexible timetables, which means that the students can work at their own pace and can attend the live lessons when they wish to do that, maybe after school hours or instead of the current school. And of course, there is personal attention, development of soft skills, and things of that nature as well. So, of course, when it comes to social development through environment, it's one of the advantages as well, which means that the students actually know how to be responsible, they know how to manage their time, and they know how to run different projects. They're really familiar with studying both offline and online. And if you look at work now, I think a lot of the companies started to follow a blended model, which means that you work some days from the office, some days you work from home or from wherever you are in the world at this moment. And of course, the distance education, K 12 education in schools abroad, gives very high chances of entering to foreign university and also, of course, prepares the students for this entry. There are a couple of drawbacks where Educate Online can actually help. because you have to choose the right school um, to graduate from, and there's plenty of choice, and we take care of that because we are the hub for international learning in the remote format. Also, not all schools accept students directly. There's a selection process, and we help with that as well. And also, you need letters of recommendation, CVs, entrance exams, certificates, interviews, and we help to assemble that and to make sure that your kids or yourself as a student get admitted as soon as possible. And of course, it's more expensive if you enroll on your own. So we're here to help as well. In terms of distance learning, I think a lot of the students and parents have tried this new format. And if you look at the technological progress overall in terms of the cars we've driven, the phones that we've used, I remember dialing from my grandmother's house, dialing this dial up phone on the right. And if you look at what's happening now we have great technology available. But how has the classroom changed? So previously, the classroom looked like this. Now, in most schools, it looks like this. And the modern education is all about the flexibility. It's all about great platforms. And it's all about introducing the technological level of innovation to the education, because a lot of the students are now familiar with the wonderful technologies that they use every day. And why not utilize these technologies to study in the best schools and universities all over the world? In the US, the UK, and Canada, the distance learning has existed for more than 20 years, so they have been ready for this even prior to COVID. We also see that when the students follow their own path, their own exact path of development, we see that their scores are 15 to 30% higher on average on tests. And there is a great number of students who are already doing this in the US. For example, 2.5 million kids are studying from home now. We don't say that studying just from home is the best idea. We say that um, there is a possibility to be super flexible in terms of that. But the main thing is that uh, we are now entering an age where this becomes the new norm, where the students are doing blended learning, combining online and offline. And what we do as Educate Online is actually bring this opportunity to you at your doorstep. So, if we see the fees, as I've mentioned previously, they can be 10, 20, 30 times lower. But it's also not only about the fees, it's also about the high level of academic services, about doing the subjects that might not be available even in a local school. If we look at the student journey of students and Educate Online, one of the things is that if you want to get from point A, where you are now, let's say grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, you want to study at Oxford University, you want to graduate from there, you want to get a high paying job, you have to take lots of different services. You have to take a flight from here, you have to get the admission from here, you have to figure out how the UCAS works, you have to figure out what kind of credits additionally you need to do, and it's really complicated. So in Educate Online, we simplify this whole thing, because we have a whole ecosystem both in K-12 as well as in the university segment. So the student journey with Educate Online can start from the students getting a global diploma from US, UK, or Canada. It can also start from career planning or just by studying international subjects. Then, as the next step, the students get into international university and have great internship opportunities as well. And this leads to a successful career, which is the point where I guess most of the students and the parents would like to finish. Our company is sort of a bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. And we work with every family on an individual basis. So even though we have thousands of students who are in the program, we provide a learning plan and goal achievement plan, which is very, very different for every single family and student. And all the students who are studying with Educate Online currently are getting official certificates and diplomas as well, as if you actually went to the country to study. Here you can see an example of the Ontario Secondary School Diploma from Canada and a high school diploma from the US. What is your current stage? It'd be really interesting to know. What are you most interested now in? Is it admission to international university? Is it career planning? Is it getting internships at high school or university level? Is it getting a global diploma or doing A levels, GCSEs, doing IB online, maybe doing the Canadian diploma, the OSSD, maybe the US programs? Or is it just the international subjects that you're interested in? 2 and 4. Okay. Global Diploma International University. Thank you. 4. International University. Okay. So our responsibility is to actually take you from where you are now to and to arrive at the final destination, the final result that you'd like to achieve. Now, we'll discover what the subjects look like. So we can see here that we have a plan. We have international subject, global diploma, career planning, international university, and global internship. So, what are the international subjects about? One thing is that international subjects, studying something outside of your school curriculum, can actually add the credits, the credibility, as well as the knowledge for further movement in terms of the academic career. So, one of the things is that you can follow 4 tracks and you can combine the subjects from different tracks. From maths and sciences, you have amazing subjects as biotechnology, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence. I'm sure that these prepare the students greatly for the future. Or art and design, culinary arts, fashion design. Humanities are also available. We have a lot of students studying psychology, journalism, and many, many other things. Or business is one of my favorite tracks. It's really possible to do entrepreneurship or financial maths in that track as one of the opportunities. Here you can see a case of Hamsu. She is now admitted to the University of Minnesota. She's just 17. She did her local school, plus she added psychology as an extra course, and that's what got her into University of Minnesota. And that's what the university actually appreciated, that she's done this extra subject. If the students study in these wonderful schools and they study these subjects, one of the things is that they have professional educators, they have comfortable duration of lessons, and we also have, of course, the platforms where the students can study. All the subjects are being studied in English, and also there's small groups available. So if you'd like to study in small groups and if you'd like live classes, we got it for you. One of the main things and one of the main exclusive things that we are bringing to the table as Educate Online is actually the global diploma opportunity. It offers an opportunity for students to graduate from US, UK, or Canadian school remotely. Like the schools, for example, Braemar College from Canada has been awarded the best high school in the world in 2019, and many others. And as the next step, to enroll in the best universities or colleges where we have partnerships, or to enter as local students into other colleges and universities as well. All the diplomas don't state that the child has been studying online. All the schools, of course, are licensed for online learning, and we use a modern approach to pedagogy and the latest technology for training as well. The teachers are top notch, which means that they have at least a bachelor's in the current field, and some of them have a couple of bachelors or have a PhD, have a master's degree. And the main thing that they have is the passion for teaching students. Here you can see one of the feedbacks from Roshan, who is currently studying AP Computer Science, so from the American program with us. And he's also studying APs in his current school as well, because his school follows the American curriculum offline. And he says that uh, in the current environment, um, in the online field where he's studying with us, the teachers actually care and they have lots of interactions going on with them. There is also a lot of students who improve their grades, like Alim has. He came to us. If you can see here, the 2019 grades for maths, he had a D. For computer science, a B. Economics, A. English, A. So 2021, he's graduating from A levels and his predicted grades are A for maths, an increase from D from maths previously. And now he got an offer to get accepted into London School of Economics. It's an unconditional offer, which is also based on his portfolio. So it's really possible to even attend the best of the best universities as the next step. There's also two ways how you can get to a global diploma. One of them is to study full time, meaning that you quit your current school and you just do the international school, or the dual diploma track. The dual diploma track, if you've never heard of this, please put a plus or minus sign in the chat. If you've heard of this, please put plus. If you've never heard of this, please put minus. And then I'll explain the concept. Full time means that you only study at a school abroad, and you contribute 5 to 6 hours a day to do that. In dual diploma, you contribute 1 to 3 hours a day because you follow the local curriculum and you actually add the international curriculum. Because for the current thing that you're doing, so if you do CBSC board, for example, you will be awarded 24 credits in the Canadian system for doing that, and you will be awarded 18 credits for doing the American curriculum. But you need 6 more credits in the Canadian or the American program, which will allow you to graduate from that school. So 75% of the program you do in your local school, and 25% is the overall add-on that you are going to have. One of the things about dual diploma is that it's really flexible. You have in the American system, for example, 3 credits which are compulsory, 2 credits for English as the first language and English literature as well. And you can also choose US history or US government post economics for another credit. The other 3 credits are your choice. And here you can see how the academic plan looks like, because it's a picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Here you see that Ishan is currently doing these subjects in his local Indian high school. You can see them written here in orange. And then he's adding subjects within 4 years to his program. But some students do it in 1, 2, 3, 4 years. So you can spread this program in 4 years. In Canada, you can spread the program over 2 years as well. And here you can see that the student is doing 2 subjects per semester, which will give the student actually 8 credits once the student graduates, which will be more than enough to get admitted to the best colleges or universities in Canada and beyond. If we talk about the way the students are actually learning, there is platform interaction, and then there is live Zoom lessons and some of the courses as well. Each lesson usually lasts for 50 minutes, and during these lessons, the students have an opportunity to communicate with the teachers, with their peers, to ask questions. So it's a lot of fun. The students have to have their cameras on and are always interacting with the teachers. And most of the lessons take place in mini groups of up to 8 students. So here you can see how the students are studying physics, for example. They're drawing different things on the slides, on their platform, and you can even see that they can write physics equations as part of it. When we talk about extracurricular activities, there are additional things which help the students excel in terms of their soft skills. So there's lessons such as My Town, emojis, holidays, social media, gadgets, where the students are actually immersing themselves into all these new things. And it's a lot of fun to interact with students from all over the globe. If you go for the per subject option, which is available, you can see here the cost of live lessons. So if you study live classes in Britain, it will cost from 495 GBP per subject per year. In the Canadian system, if you do the live classes, it will cost from $1,190 per subject per semester. And in the American program, it's $755 US dollars per subject per semester. If you actually do this in the country, it will cost you 5 or 10 times more for the same thing. So remote is definitely more affordable. But another option that we see a lot of students from India going for is actually to study on a platform. And here, on this platform, you can study at any point in time. And here, it's not only about the platform. So, of course, on the platform, you have videos, you have photos, you have different sorts of content, but also you have teacher support available. A lot of teacher support is given to the students and tutoring support if needed. This is a more affordable option with subjects, so one credit beginning at 699 US dollars. And if you calculate the minimum number of credits in Canada, it's six, which will arrive at around $4,000 for the whole diploma that the students are getting in Canada, for example. One of the benefits, of course, is that the students can get ahead of their peers and get ready either for local university or international university or for a global career this way. And I know that a lot of the students actually don't want to leave India for their high school, but they'd like to go to bachelor's or master's. This is a great opportunity to not wait for years and already to immerse yourself or your child into the global learning environment. When you actually choose a school, there are many things that are really complicated. So you need to choose a school that will meet your criteria, meet the things that you value. You need to assess the quality of the program. You need to evaluate the teacher qualifications. You need to see what the feedback is like. You need to see what are the prices like, etc. And with Educate Online, you get in touch with a personal academic manager who already knows all these things. So we have you covered, and we create a study plan that will relate to the child's current aspirations and future aspirations as well. We will increase opportunities to enter Canadian, UK, US colleges and universities, and we also have more than 60 partner universities where we can enroll um, students with a guarantee as well. So if you're up for that, we'll have an opportunity to have a further conversation very, very soon. Also, because a lot of the schools are having holidays this June, July, and August, we will be running special summer camps, which will account to one high school credit with a price of $870 for very intensive teaching and learning. So there will be 2 live hourly sessions every single day. And this way, the students can actually excel and get the credits in a very, very rapid format. All right. As promised, we will finish this within an hour when we started. So we have another 20, 25 minutes to go. And I'll tell you about career planning opportunities. What do we do in terms of career planning for the students? When students are choosing a career, and I understand that you as a student or you as a parent, you have a lot of influence on that. At the same time, it's really important to figure out what are the child's strengths at this moment. What does the job market look like 10 or 5 years from now when you'll graduate? And for that, there is a US certified NCDA, National Career Development Association. And there are 4 people in Europe, for example, that have been accredited by this organization to run career counseling. And currently, 2 of these people are working at Educate Online. So if you need help with the career, we got you covered, and we have all um, all the steps. Just if you're interested, don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll help you there. When we talk about international universities, I think this is one of my favorite blocks because for Educate Online students, even though the admission period for a lot of the universities and colleges is closed now, it's open for Educate Online students because of the partnerships that we've built with universities. So if you have a 60% grade average, just as easy as that, you have 100% chance of getting enrolled into university or college with us. We can't say that we are partners of MIT, London School of Economics, ETH Zurich, and Harvard, but we are definitely partners of University of Toronto, for example. And at the same time, because the qualifications and the knowledge and the whole experience that the students are getting is really robust, our students are also attending these top universities, some even with scholarships as well. And here you can see the whole list of partner universities. And I'm really proud to say that Cost Business School, the base business school where I've studied and where now my brother studies, is also one of our partner universities. We have partner universities in the States, in UK, Canada. So if you're interested in high school or university, we got you covered. We also have opportunities to study online, remotely at university level. If you do that, you will save probably 20, 30, 40, 50, 100% of the cost sometimes. Because in order to begin your studies at BSc or Masters or MBA level in London, in online business school, you will pay from £1,800 per level for 1 year program course. If you study in John Hopkins University and you do a master's, you'll pay 9,000 US dollars per semester. But if you actually go there, you'll pay probably 2.5 or 3 times that. So we have also remote study options for those that would like to study university. And currently, out of 10 students that apply to top 100 universities in the world, sometimes top 50, 3 to 5 students will actually get offers from them. And for all of our students, we have 100% acceptance rate into universities. For example, recently, one of our students, Mariana, she received an offer from Parsons School of Design, which is the third school of design in the world according to ranking, and a $14,000 scholarship. Or the students, Yefrosini and Yelizaveta, they received $40,000 scholarship from Ringling College of Art and Design and $30,000 there as well. So when we talk about university admission or college admission, we don't only talk about getting into that school or university. We are also talking about applying for scholarships and getting scholarships as well. I remember this wonderful kid, Marina, personally, because right now we have over 100 people working at Educate Online globally. And I love the relationships that we are building with every family and every student, but I can't talk to all of them. But previously, I think it was 2018, we had 6 people team. And the father of Marina called me and he said, Alexander, I need your help. So at first, I want my child, Marina, to study international curriculum. So I said, okay, where do you want to study next? Canada. So they began to study Canadian curriculum, getting Canadian credits while she was actually in Korea because that's where she's originally from. So she started to study international subjects. Then she actually got the OSSD whilst being in her home country. And then we did some career planning and we have chosen University of York as her destination. And currently, she actually got accepted into University of York with her OSSD, and the family could not afford to pay 100% of the fees. So we have managed to get her 50% merit-based scholarship, which means that the scholarship is based on the portfolio that she's built. So we've managed to do that. So congrats to Marina. She's now a University of York student, and I'm sure similar or even better things will happen to your kids. And of course, based even on my personal experience, when I was studying abroad in the UK and the US, a lot of the students said, okay, I'll graduate and then I'll get a job. The way it works is a bit different. In order to get a job, you need to have some connections, you need to have some work experience. So having global internships, international internships at the high school level or at university level plays a huge role. So we have partnerships with these companies that you can see here on the screen. And if you'd like to get an internship and then to work internationally, this is also available for high school, university students within Educate Online. And we have also assessed the starting salary for graduates in US and Canada. And we see now that 85,000 US dollars per year on average is the computer science. So computer science, engineering is also a very popular track, $80,000 USD on average starting salary. Business, 75,000 US dollars on average starting salary, and maths and science, 74,000 US dollars average salary. And that's just the starting point for the students that have actually completed the programs at high school level. Then they did internships, then they went to college or university, and then they graduate. And one of the things that I'm really uh, looking forward to is when I see the list of all the CEOs and founders that actually come from India, like Parag from Twitter. I know Twitter is currently undergoing different acquisitions, etc. Satya Nadella from Microsoft, or Liana from Chanel. I mean, there is great people out there who have done their MBAs, masters, or bachelors abroad, and now they're succeeding there. And I'm sure that a lot of the Educate Online students, based on the students that I've met personally as well, will have similar results. And the fact that you're here actually proves that point. All right. Without further ado, let's look at the deadlines and prices. What are the opportunities for the masterclass for the webinar participants today? So one of the things is to actually experience what is it like to study abroad? What is it like to study remotely? And we thought that we can definitely build a super package like a gift box, which will include all of the things which will allow the students to actually experience what it's like. So from Canada, from the School of ES, we decided to include some free lessons, some free courses for the students. An opportunity to try this format out. For the students that would like to study in the US, we decided to do a similar thing, and also to provide an assessment in terms of English and maths, and overall comparison of the students, because a lot of the students, when they apply to colleges or universities in the States or elsewhere, they think, how am I ranked not in my country but internationally? And the assessment that Adoptions provides will actually provide this wonderful opportunity to see what it's like. And we also thought, all right, live lessons are really must. If you'd like to see what it's like, what are the teachers like, what are the opportunities for the students? All right, so we have decided to give the live lessons as well, and to provide counseling from our top counselors who've been prepped by us and by the schools. Hi, counselors, if you're here. I see that Manisha is currently in the chat. Hello. So it's amazing to see you here. And usually we have this thing just for $14 as sort of a start. But then we understood that we actually value our community. Our community means that we have parents and students who are very interested in higher education or opportunities in terms of the career abroad. And we said, all right, we'll provide this opportunity for our community if you join our community on Telegram, only for $9 US. So as simple as that. So for $9, you can have a week worth of education in Canada, US. The counselors will help you there. And I'm sure that this week can actually help to figure out where are you standing now as a family, as a student, and where do you want to go. And then we didn't stop there. We understood that for higher ed students, we can offer even better opportunities as well. For example, at the University of Essex and University of Liverpool, we have 50% scholarship until the end of May. If you'd like to study at these universities remotely, it will cost you just £9,000 instead of £18,000. And at the same time, it's compared to 120,000 if you actually go to these universities and study there and live in the UK. It's you're saving a ton of money. So if you'd like to apply for that by the end of May, you can do that. So 50% scholarship is available for higher ed and these universities, also for our community of students. So $14,000 is the usual price, but if you join the community, you will get it just for $9. In terms of higher ed, you will have a special counselor. Her name is Anastasia. She is now University of Exeter LB Law graduate. Then she did her University of Law in Bristol program, and then she did Masters in Law in Economics in Haifa, Israel, Belgium, and Spain. So she is our higher education expert, and based on her track record on bachelor's, LLM, masters, the the many programs that she'll do further on, I think she's the perfect counselor to have there. So for our community, it's just $9. We have the link in the chat. Please um, click on it, or if you can click on want a gift box as well. So yeah, and if you join our community, it's just $9, so much cheaper. And also, you stayed until the end. We have a special gift box as well. So if you click on bonuses, you will get um, amazing brochures as well. So leading high schools abroad is one of them. There'll be university prep tips as well as part of it. And you'll get these here. So you see them here, available via Google Drive, but I'm sure that we'll get them sent over to you if needed via the community or via private message in Telegram or in WhatsApp. We invite you to follow us on social media, and we're really grateful for all your time and attention today. I encourage everybody to sign up for the gift box and to become part of the global community of students that we are building. And I'm really grateful for all the time and effort and attention that you've paid to us today. I'm sure that next time we'll have Summit join us today as well. And I can just say that I'm really humble, I'm really grateful, and I'm super honored to work with Summit, to work with our team in India, and to work with all the families and students from India. And the main drive that we have inside is just to contribute to you guys and to help you achieve your dreams and to help your kids achieve their dreams. We're here for that. I'm happy to take questions now for a couple of minutes. And thank you so much for your patience. Thank you so much for the fact that you've been here today. Any questions, please shoot, and I'll be happy to answer them. Pankaj says, thanks. Thank you. It's been a great pleasure. Okay. Any questions? Please let me know. All right. See a lot of you typing. Awesome. Delhi address, the team will share. Kishlaya says, which month can they start with classes? They can start May, June, July, August, September. We have several starts that are available. So really flexible on that front. Yeah, if you'd like, we can hold personal meetings in Delhi currently. If you'd like that, please indicate that in the chat. Manhu missed a lot of the session due to travel. No worries. We'll connect with you personally and we'll share the main findings, the main things with you. Sure. Happy to do that. Yes, of course. You will all be contacted personally after the session for guidance. And if you get a gift box or if you register, just leave a request with us. We'll make sure to get in touch with you. So everybody who visited the webinar today will be contacted by our team in India, and we'll keep the communication going. Sure. Amit is our CEO in India. He's typing something now. Let's see. Yes, we'll connect. All right. I just want to say a big thank you and to say not goodbye, but actually hello once again. Let's not say goodbye to each other. We'll stay in touch with social media, via personal meetings, via Zooms, via more events which are going to come to our community. So lots of amazing things ahead, and looking forward to a successful start of the American, European, or Canadian study year, which we're all eagerly waiting for. We'll serve the best you the best way, and we'll take full responsibility for the university admission and many, many other things which are so important for all of you, I'm sure. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening. It's been a pleasure to have this conversation with you today.